What's going on, you guys? Happy Labor Day. It is Monday, Labor Day, and I am sitting outside briefly. Thought I'd come to you guys today and leave a video. It has been a couple weeks. I just no rhyme or reason, no real excuse other than the fact that I just have been dealing with things in life and living, and still trying to get myself acclimated and situated here in my hometown. Hope everybody is well. I did leave a message in this morning on my community tab letting you guys know that to be expecting a video. So here we are guys. Hope everything is going good with you all. I know you guys, if you did see the message on the community tab, it talked about factory resets, and I want to tell you something briefly that happened to me probably about 2 days ago. So I was on my phone. I was messing with my phone and going through some photos and different things like that, and my sister had told me that somebody was about to call, someone that just keeps up a lot of stuff, and I decided to turn my phone off. I was like, I'll just get the message and I'll deal with that later, and that way it would just go to my voicemail. And when I turned my phone off, I turned it off, and I think I left it off maybe a couple minutes, and when I turned it back on, it did a factory reset. It wiped my phone completely clean. When I say completely, I mean completely. There was no contacts, I had no photos, I had no documents. I keep things in my notes, things that I need to remember. It was no notes, no screenshots, nothing. It was as if my phone was brand new. Now I immediately started trying to troubleshoot and find out how I could recover. Thankfully, a lot of my contacts were saved in my Google Drive, so when I went to Google, I was able to back up that and restore it to my phone. But a lot of the newer phones that I had recently saved, phone numbers were not there, so it's a lot of people's numbers I still don't have. They'll have to either text me or call me for me to be able to recover them, because I don't remember numbers, guys. In this age of technology, when we were young, we used to remember numbers. Do y'all remember that? If you're from my generation, you did remember phone numbers, but we don't remember numbers now because we have all this technology that can do it for us. So therefore, I lost a lot of those contacts and just information, some old information, probably things I did need to clean up and get rid of and hadn't. And it just got me to thinking about that last night, about a factory reset. Life is very intricate. I'll use that word. It's one of those things that you cannot predict, and you never know what's up ahead and how it's going to work out or what's going to happen to you. We're just walking through life on this road, and oftentimes there's a lot of detours, and there's a lot of exits and on-ramps, and you'll find yourself in life doing a lot of that. You'll be maneuvering down the road, and you may come to a dead end, or you may come to a road closure, and which cause you to have to detour or exit or find a new route. You might be using your GPS to figure out a easier route to something. All of that is relevant to the way that we live, and nothing shocks me anymore. I'm not surprised by much in life, because when you've lived over 50 years of life, you learn that that's what life is. It's going to always be that way. And I think when we're younger, we make this plan about our lives, and sometimes we do accomplish a lot of the things that we plan, and sometimes it may detour for a while. It may venture off on another road to get us back to that what we're planning. But sometimes it's a total reroute, and you'll find yourself in another area of life, and that's unique to every person, because we just don't know. I've seen people who make plans to educate themselves, and they go off and they get all these degrees and end up doing something that's non-relevant to the education that they perceive, but they actually went after, and end up doing something totally different, or sometimes they do nothing at all. And then you see people who you thought lives would just end up, you know, broken. And, you know, you've heard those phrases where people say they're not going to make nothing out of themselves. They're never going to do nothing with their life. And then you see those people end up changing their lives and taking a course and becoming something very important or successful, or doing something very relevant to the community. And people are surprised by that because they thought that person was not going to do anything with their life, and they had written them off. So it's just the way life is, and I'm not surprised by anything that happens like that now, because I do know that that can happen. And in my life, I did make a lot of plans. Sometimes some of the things that I planned on happened, and sometimes they didn't. And even in my personal life, with the marriage and relationships that I've entered, most people, I would hope, and when they make a plan to get married, they're not looking at it as a short-term thing. They're looking at it as this being their life partner. And then oftentimes that road will disintegrate. It end up not being your life partner, and you have to find another route, find another way. And that happened to me as well. And even with my life, as my nest became empty, I had a whole plan. If I really be honest with myself, sitting here right now, I was supposed to be out of the country, living abroad, living on the continent of Africa. That was a dream of mine just a short, I'd say 3 years ago, 2.5 to 3 years ago. I started planning it about 5 years ago. But as life has dealt me cards, I find myself back here in my hometown, a place that I never thought I would live again. And I call that a factory reset, because everything that I had saved and worked toward and planned totally was erased from my life as if it never happened. And I wanted to just drop that out for those who find themselves here, where they made a plan for life and it may have dealt you something unexpected. And sometimes it could even be worse than the things that I've gone through. It could be a battle of health issues where you're fighting to just have life, fighting to get better so that you can continue with life. Or it could be the total loss of your financial means and your livelihood, and you're figuring out how to get that, regain that. Or some people may be broken from a relationship and they're trying to figure out how to get past that or get over that. But when your life does a factory reset, oftentimes it's no way to recover some of the things that you once had, and you find yourself having to totally start over and plan something different. And I think for me, even with my YouTube channel, I think of all of the things that I've done with this YouTube channel. I've had ups and downs. I've had lows and highs. I had my time where I felt that I was actually touching a lot of lives, and then I've had times where I felt that I was touching very few. But I think all of that is relevant, because I think that it's important that you build yourself and you accept certain things. And I think sometimes there are some messages in those things that maybe it's time to do something different, because it has always been said that if you continue to do the same thing and you receive the same outcome, maybe that's an indication that you need to try something different. So in life, I think it's important that you look at it that way. If you're continuing on your life journey and you keep repeating the same things over and over again, and it keeps putting you in the same place, that's an indication that it is time to try something different. And I know that sometimes when you try things differently, oftentimes it can actually set you back. Often it can stunt you or stop you. And it's important that even when that happens, that you keep going. Because I do believe that setbacks and hard times and struggles actually prepare you for life and prepare you for things that are up ahead. And even when you're going through those things, it is building you up, it is strengthening you, and it's helping you to see yourself better, and it's growing you. You know, it has always been a problem for me when people feel like that you have to prove things to people. Even on my self-love channel, when I talked about self-love, I think people get it twisted. I think they believe that on your journey of self-love that you got to be proving to other people that you love yourself. And oftentimes with women, self-love is about how you feel about your appearance, whether it is aesthetically or your weight. And so therefore you have to prove to people that you think you're beautiful, and you have to show the world in some fashion by exposing yourself, whether it's showing off your body and pronouncing to the world that you are loving yourself, when actually it's really here that you have to remind and build up that you love yourself. It's not about what how society views you. So I don't have to get out and show myself off to the world to say that I love myself if I believe it on the inside. So when you do a factory reset, it's not about proving to other people where you are. It's accepting who you are and being happy with the person that you have become. And as long as you know that here, it's not something that you have to prove to other people. The purpose of my videos is to show the world that even through life, through changes and ups and downs and downfalls and rebuilding, that you can still be in a place where you are at peace. And that is where I have found myself, even through all of the things that I've had to redo or may appear to other people as failures, that my life has not been a failure. I have so many memories when I was going through my Google Drive of all the things that I've done in my life and accomplished in my life, and there's been many. So I've had some really good times in life, and when I look at that, there's been more good times than bad. But that is life. You're going to experience it all. And if anybody thinks that they're going to get on this road where their life is never going to experience setbacks, you are setting yourself up for disappointment, because life is not a series of just highs. It's a series of highs and lows. And it's within those lows of life that you find growth. And it is something that you need to look at and gain your wisdom through. So during that span of life where you might have to do a factory reset of your life and erase everything that you've experienced and start completely over, it is okay. It's okay. And I think during these times of hardships that we've experienced with the economy, it's important that we learn those lessons. And I think even though it has been a struggle for a lot of us, and some of us it has been worse, that we remember who we are and the things that we've overcome, and that you never give up on yourself. There's those planes again. Every time I come out here to do the video, there's a plane going over here. That you never give up on yourself. And then no matter what life throws you, that you keep fighting to the end. You keep fighting. You never give up hope. And that you be appreciative and celebrate yourself of every success that you've accomplished. Every small thing that may not seem significant to anybody else, that you celebrate that, and that you be proud of yourself. I'm very proud of myself for the things that I've accomplished. And when I look at myself, and I look at myself in the mirror, and I see the signs of aging, and I see the signs of wisdom that I've accomplished, and even when I look at my hair and I see the changes of the color of it, I am so proud. I'm at a place of peace in my life, guys. And even though I don't even know where this road is going to end up, that every day I am continually on this journey, that I'm experiencing things that I've never experienced before, and I'm happy about it. I have no regrets. And I know when you get to a place where you can say that you really come full circle with life, because oftentimes people say, I regret this, I regret that, and you will go through that. You would absolutely go through that. But I can now say I have no regrets on the things that I've gone through in life. Even the relationships that I experienced that was very painful to me, I have no regrets. And I know that those things were meant for me to experience for a reason, because if not, I wouldn't have gone through them. So I accept them, and I've learned to use them as tools to keep me going forward in life and knowing that it's going to be something better up ahead, because there's so much still I want to do with life. And even if I don't get to experience them all, I do know that the things that I have experienced have been things that have built me up to be the woman that I am. And the mindset that I have and the heart that I have lets me know that I've grown, lets me know that I have fulfilled a lot of my purpose in life. And I'm going to continue on that journey. So don't be afraid of factory resets. Sometimes it's going to happen in life, and we're going to get disappointed. But I always be able to take a step back and say, what is this supposed to do for me? What am I supposed to be learning from this? What am I supposed to be giving from this? And when you accept that and you open your eyes and you sit with yourself and you sit in quiet and you allow the voices to speak to you, you'll know what it's meant for. And we have to stop fighting against the inevitable and learn how to work through the battles and the things and obstacles that are thrown to us. So that's all I have today. I'm about to go and visit my mom. It's, like I said, Labor Day. It's the last day before we go back to work. And I'm going to go spend some time with her today and sit with her a little while and just enjoy her while God has still kept her here on this earth with us to be able to love on, even though, you know, there's struggles there. She might not remember us sometimes, but I'm blessed to have her still here. So I hope whatever you all are doing today is something that will be enjoyable for you and those that you love, and that you keep your focus, stay prayed up, continue to not give up on yourself. And that's what I'm here to encourage you to never give up on yourself. All right, so thank you for coming through today. If you are new to the channel, thank you. I do have a lot of new people here. I lost a lot of old subscribers, but I think that is just the progression of this channel, and that you go through people's lives. Everybody's not meant to be there forever. You touch their lives and your purpose are fulfilled, and you keep moving. So thank you all that are new. Thank you for those who have stuck around. I love you, ladies. I appreciate your encouragement that you give me to be motivated and continue on my journey, and to continue to provide motivation and encouragement for women all around the world. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, always peace and love, kisses and hugs, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.